There is a lot to talk about in Charlotte. City leaders hosted a town hall to hear concerns about everything from public housing to safety and small business support. Councilmember Luana Mayfield is here to break down some of those issues that we're hearing from the community. Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for the invitation.
Absolutely. In this town hall, we were talking, you said you got a pretty nice turnout. What were some of the concerns from people?
I was pleasantly surprised. This is was my first town hall as a large member. Most everyone knows that I formerly served as a district rep, and town halls was something that I used to engage the community quarterly. So with us having a very short window, being able to work with staff to pull this one off was really good. And it's the same concerns that we hear throughout the nation, not just Charlotte, regarding housing, accessibility, transportation, the affordability of housing right now. But we had some really good speakers. We had our fire chief, we had our deputy chief from CMPD. We had some people speaking about housing. I had a mortgage lender there, as well as an individual who's a real estate agent. And we talked about some emotional intelligence within law enforcement.
Interesting. What was that conversation like?
So there's a lot of conversations because it's a challenge. One, we need to identify more officers, and CMPD definitely has a goal to try to get more local individuals to join our police department that reflect the diversity of our community. We are a very diverse city. It is not the Charlotte I moved to in 1988. So trying to also recognize that on the back end, there are trainings. We all have bias. How does that bias show up in our daily work engagements? How do we oppose to de-escalate, non-escalate when a situation needs additional attention? If it is a situation where really a medical professional could be there alongside law enforcement, are we identifying those? But that emotional intelligence is taking a step back and recognizing where you are in that particular situation, in that space, and addressing internally before you have any interaction with anyone else.
Sure. And so from your time as a district rep to now as an at-large member, how are these problems that you're seeing, how are they the same? How have they changed over that time?
A lot more growth. I mean, 3 years, 3 years does not seem like a long time. 3 years because of a pandemic seems like a decade plus. So we've had a lot of growth. You've had conversations for years saying that Charlotte was averaging 80 to 100 people a day. Well, the other side of that is we have individuals that are looking for opportunities that do not have family, that do not currently have a job, do not currently have housing that they're going to be moving into.
Right.
And Charlotte was known for our affordability for so long that investors also recognize the affordability of the city. So they have made large investments. In some cases, there's reports of up to 30% of our single family housing. It has been purchased either by the international or national. What does that mean? They're now set in the market.
Sure.
So what I'm concerned, and my colleagues are concerned as well, is we're potentially looking at a generation plus of non-home owners, of renters, without even having the possibility of purchasing, whether it's a townhome or a single family, because we don't have the supply. Everything is supply and demand. And when you have an interest rate at 7%, 7% is not high as overall when you go back 20, 30 years.
Right.
7% is very high when that home is $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 versus a home that used to be $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000. So we have to figure out what ways, and that was a lot of the conversation yesterday, what can the city do? And helping to explain that we need legislative backup. We need legislative authority from the federal level. We need legislative level authority from our General Assembly to help us control what we are seeing in some manner to be able to help the residents of our city.
So if people missed out on the town hall this weekend, what can they do to make sure their voices are heard and their questions are answered?
That is a great question, because thankfully, one of the great things that came out of a pandemic is social media. We now have all of our meetings are recorded on Facebook. Yesterday was recorded Facebook Live. Thank you to the individuals that tuned in on Facebook as the town hall was happening. But you can go to the City of Charlotte's Facebook page, as well as the City of Charlotte's YouTube page. page, and you will be able to review the video. And we collected, so the great thing is I want to have engagement. So I collected a lot of cards from those who were in attendance to share what are your ideas and your concerns and your suggestions that we need to consider as I work towards this platform. Those who will be able to watch online, please submit your information. Reach out to your city council, reach out to your county commission, to your school board members to start building relationships and learn what we do.